NDRE's Prayer for Humanity, and Howard Hewitt's To Thee I Pray. We're at 445238989. If you have any comments, questions, thoughts, concerns, issues that you'd like to put before us at the meeting of the inner circle. Otherwise, I can only reiterate everything that I have been saying for quite a while. And the question for us is, how in the hell can sickness, illness, disease, and death, inebriation, intoxication, violation, pornography, sex trafficking, killing, murdering, warring, and whatnot become multi-trillion-dollar business in the realm of eternity? How can you get so many ones to sign off on so much crazy and then want to be respected as intelligent people? How is it that you have so many ones who bought into the lies that you're supposed to be dying, and that the only value there is here is basically what you earn, beg, borrow, or steal? And these ones, they're murderers, they're liars, they're thieves. They've been stealing and murdering and lying their entire frequency. But those are the ones y'all want to follow. How y'all following them? That's how you get locked up. Following the criminals. To have a system that is criminal. How do you know they're criminal? Because they have killing as a foundation of how they feed you. How do you know it's criminal? Because it's in violation of the primary law of existence, which is why there's so much sickness, illness, and disease. And what are your scholars telling you? Now, what are they saying? That you don't have any personal responsibility for doing anything differently? Just go to school, get your degrees, and then become a part of the system of oppression. Or it's just about our Africanity. It's about being conscious as intelligences of existence. See, everybody's not going to claim Africanity. But everybody can assert and affirm the I am that is their truth. So we have to get beyond the nationalism, the ethnicities, the groupings behind whatever flags, whatever orientation, to get to the place and space where we are all rejoicing and reverencing the gift of life itself. And that cosmic conformity is the multiplicity of diversity in the oneness. That in the one, there are trillions. All here to be vividly expressing divinity personified. And you've each been given so much of it. And to be under a system that robs and steals your life force from you. Your gold, your silver, your platinum, your uranium, your iron, all of the jewels that were in you already. And then have you say, oh, well, sister, life energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's really transformed or whatever. And I'm saying, no, energy can be depleted. All right? So you're not just energy in the body. You're an intelligence that is in the form of spirit, that can communicate, that is here to be in harmony with the all there is as existence itself. You at this point of it. And then they have you in a place where you feel like you have the right to be depleting. You have the right to be degrading. You have the right to be poisoned and just be in a place where you are enslaved to whatever contrived, behaviorally modified appetite and passion and lust that you have. That's not life. And so the choices that we have to do better. And I know, you know, someone told me, say, well, I just don't want to do that every day of my life. I said, but you ate the freaking flesh and got dead animals every day of your life, and now you don't want to cleanse from it? And you still eating the freaking flesh of dead animals, but you don't want to cleanse from it? And I'm saying, y'all happy killing yourselves and god dang going to be happy dying. Why go to the doctors? Why are you going to the doctors? Why are you going to the doctors if you happy killing yourself? Hello, 404-523-8989. If you happy killing yourself, baby, be happy dying and stop tripping. Because all they're doing is giving you more poison. You just another number. The pharmaceutical companies, the insurance companies and whatnot, these are modern day slave auctioneers, you know, being in a place where they're negotiating your surgeries and how much they're going to pay. People say, oh, well, you know, my insurance paid for it. So your insurance paid for you to have your breast cut off. Your insurance paid for you to have your uterus removed. Why would you submit to that? So it's a racket system. But the system itself deserves its death. Under law. You understand? Under law. And so we should not be participating. Because that's not what life is. And for those ignoramuses who created a system of sickness, illness, and disease as multi-trillion-dollar business, and y'all participating, then you can't really expect that you'll ever truly, really prosper when the greatest prosperity you already have is life itself. The greatest wealth you have is being able to tap in, tune in, get turned on, turned out to the beauty and the blessedness and the bounty and the abundance of what it is to be of God. And for them to rob you of that, to have you in a place where that's not even your aspiration, that's not even something that you even think about, that you're so steeped into materiality, physicality, sexuality, inebriation, intoxication, and whatnot, that you have not even had the time to consider what it is you're living for. And now you are in your sophomore year of life, junior year of life, moving into your senior year upon the planet, and you don't have a freaking clue as to who you are, whose you are, why you are, what you are, and whatnot, and then think that you're going to move into the spirit world and become an ancestor that's going to be giving somebody wisdom from the other side. Now, we'll be off the planet much longer than we were on the planet, so I'm just saying, I have to really bring the conversation because you act like, you know, you just got to die. You know what I'm saying? How long will you be dead in the realm of eternity? And so the aspiration for conscious immortalization while you're on the planet is really where wisdom lies. The aspiration for being harmonized with the truth of the divinity and the sanctity and the sacredness of yourself while you are on the planet lays foundation for your continuation off the planet and being able to move beyond the planet. You understand? How many disembodied spirits do we have hanging out at the clubs and the barbecue places and all the places that they loved and they have
Stuck.
not no longer in their physical body, but then they've not created their light body to move beyond the earthly realm. And so the consideration for your life and for light and for truth. You know, if you've been indulging in alcoholic beverages all of your life and you've been smoking all of your life, then you've missed so much of yourself already. Because the methodology of the oppression is to corrupt and pollute the bloodstream. And so, yes, you can be a functional alcoholic, a functional drug addict, and most of the food is drug. You understand? So you got more people who are drugged out on this garbage that they call food than the alcoholics, the weed heads, the cocaine and crack addicts and whatnot. I'm just saying, but to be in a place where you deal with a system that corrupts and violates and destroys the integrity of those who are of God, those who are here for the express purpose of self-actualization and self-realization and walking in the light of the truth of who they are in the school of the University of Cosmic Wisdom, and then have us in a place where we're cracked out. The only joy we have is in killing ourselves. You want to feed off the pig guts and the pig's rump and the pig's ears and the pig's tails and the ox's tails and the chicken thighs and the chicken breasts. You want to feed off all this dead stuff and then think that there is some life you're going to have somewhere else. I'm asking us to come to a point and place where we care to do that which is ours. To liberate the chicken, liberate the turkey, liberate the cows, liberate all of these creatures. You understand? Because to have a humanity of people, a global humanity that spends so much of their life eating the flesh of dead things, from crocodiles and alligators to chickens to horses to pigeons to turkeys to all these things. I'm gonna pull my little thing up and tell you all of the animals, and it's not even all the animals. It's a ton of them. But we've got to do better, and we can do better. And those of you who are in earshot of me, you're the ones who are having to take responsibility. Everybody's not hearing me. Everybody's not listening. Everybody's not familiar with me and what I'm saying. I'll be forward in just a bit.
EWITT. Yes. Oh, and what's your name? What's your name?
A zine is a homemade print that is produced through non-commercial
Yep.
means. You can make a zine about
You too,
anything.
Iman. Have a great evening.
If you're tired of social media,